Benvenuto in España. Today, stage 15 is D-Day in the Vuelta España, where surely the battle between Primoz Roglic, three-time winner of the Vuelta, and race leader Ben O'Connor will come to a head. I'm gonna take you with me from start to finish here so we can discover just how hard this stage is. Up here in Asturias, Spain's lush and mountainous region in the north.
Yeah, Asturias is a region with a lot of tradition of cycling, with a lot of mountains, a lot of climbs. We are in the region of El Tarango, one of the best Spanish climbers of the history.
It's quite a short stage, but hard, and we have a few climbs early on that could be quite decisive for the breakaways. So if the break hasn't formed by around kilometre 40 when we do the first categorized climb, then we could end up with a really strong breakaway that goes to the line. Otherwise, I would suspect if a breakaway goes quite early, that maybe there is some control for Primoz. It's a relatively short stage for border control, and I think it's a climb that suits him quite well, especially after the performance 2 days ago.
Yeah, it will be a hard final. Not just the very end, I mean, it's a long climb in general. It's 19K, so yeah, it will be a big day for sure.
Actually, I like it, but some teammates tell me like this need to be illegal, but I try to climb, not put feet on the ground, but now, yes, for me it's excited to be in a climb like this. I really hope to have good legs and be there.
The riders are coming through one by one, and we're talking about what they're facing today. It's around 140 kilometers, nearly 19 kilometers, that final ascent up to the top, the Pejares. And it's a ski station up in the sky, and they named the final climb the Cuitu Negru after a ski run up there. Gradients of 24% at various times, including the last 2 kilometers. This is going to be a vicious day.
This climb is nasty. Do you think we're going to see some sort of outcome between O'Connor and Rog?
For sure, today is one of the most important days for the GC. Pajares is a mythical climb, it's a hard climb with a large road, but also the last part of Cuitu Negru is terrible. For me, it's one of the most hardest finals in La Vuelta. For sure, tomorrow is the rest day, and today will be really, really interesting.
I think it's all going to come down to the right-hand turn, the last sort of 2.5K. I think that's where you're going to see big differences. I think it will be very hard, and guys will get dropped before then. But if you go solo before then, you've got a bit of flatten by yourself on flat roads, a bit of downhill. It's risky, and then you could really blow up. And if you blow up there, it's altitude, it's so steep. You just bleed time if you blow up there. So I think, yeah, the last 2.5K, it sounds short, but that's still like 10 minutes or more of climbing.
When it's so steep, I think it will be a bit similar to when they did Col de Loos the first time in the Tour, all coming one by one, and I think it will be like this, yeah.
It's actually a climb that I would say probably suits me the most the rest of La Vuelta, so I can just try to go off that kind of like part of optimism and just try get it done.
We're making our way towards the finish, leaving the start behind. It's cloudy, it's moody, and these ingredients are going to make for even a more epic day of racing. We're taking the chairlifts to get up to the top now.
It's 3 kilometers up to the top, and this is the best means to get up to the top, to see the riders suffering up to the finish line.
Woo! Mountain fresh air up at 1,850 meters. This is the Cuitu Negru, and right down there we saw it from the chairlift coming up. That's the finish line. We're up here in the fog, the mist, epic. This is everything you want in cycling, and soon the riders will be here.
How did your legs feel when you hit that 24% gradients there in the final 2 kilometers?
Better. I was more suffering with the less steep gradient, so yeah, the end was it's quite fine.
What was it like there on that climb?
Yeah, it was pretty much every man for themselves. It was a really long climb, so all the climbing beforehand wasn't like the previous mountain stages where it's one big explosion. It was kind of a slow burn, and then yeah, everybody, when it's so steep, you just have to ride your own pace and choose the right gears.
It's a ski slope.
It's meant to descend, but we had to ride up. So yeah, interesting experience, but yeah, very hard.
The riders are rolling in up here at the top, and the fog is still rolling in as well. What a battle we had. Pablo Castillo from Kern Pharma surprised us again, attacking Sivakov and Vlasov to win the stage up here. A lone solo celebration, and back behind we are treated to the GC battle we wanted, with Primoz Roglic lighting it up like we thought he would, but he was matched by Enric Mas. Importantly though, he put around 20-25 seconds in on Ben O'Connor. Not probably what he wanted, but he gained up to round now, setting 45 seconds back in the overalls. We head into the third and final chapter of this book called the Vuelta España. Another battle done, but the war's not over in the 2024 Vuelta España.